Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another nerdy episode of another nerdy talk show where we talk nerd. And I am still in quarantine for the third week now, and running out of things to do. All I can think to do right now is either household chores, editing some stuff, playing a lot of Animal Crossing, not really that bad, and drinking a lot of alcohol. So that's happening. I'm joined tonight with my sidekick, the concert cruiser. Waiting for the world to finally end. Okay, so here's the deal, okay? Okay. April 1st, the first day of April is in a couple of days. Am I the only one that's... We've seen this joke before numerous times, okay? But am I one of the only people here that's legitimately afraid to see what's going to happen in April? Really?
Yeah, probably.
My God, like, what is going to happen? I'm expecting, like, a house to fall out of the sky on mine or something like that.
That's not a Mythbuster.
Wait, what?
That would have been on Mythbusters.
Is that a myth?
I mean, they just tested the cartoon gag of dropping a piano through a roof.
Did it work?
No. They tested both an upstanding and a grand piano, and the upright piano, it just kind of hits one roof kind of on the second floor, rolled down to the first floor roof, and then onto the ground. The grand piano, they just dropped, and the pegs went through the roof and just stopped.
Oh my God. Okay, so I actually was on this YouTube page. There's this school, I forget what school it is, but they have like a homecoming tradition where they take a piano on the roof and push it over. I'm just
Why?
Because they can, goddammit. Who doesn't? Come on, look at me in the eyes here. Some people want to break a Oh, look who finally decided to show up. Jablonski. Yo. Anyway, come on, look at me in the eyes, Sir Cruiser. Some people want to go outside and break a plate on the ground. Some people want to go outside and, like, light something on fire. Some people just want to push a piano off a building. Come on, if you had the opportunity to do it, you do it.
I mean, maybe... But, like, I don't want to ruin a perfectly good piano, but if it's, like, old rusty and, not holding up, then sure.
God, it's like having the opportunity to drop an anvil off the Empire State Building. The Empire State. Oh, my God. Jablonski, where are you?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can't see you.
I'm not doing video.
Okay. Fine. We were just talking about how the world is fucked up and is falling apart right now.
Well, it's always been doing that. Just now, it's in a bit more of a spotlight for the time being, and also, freaking, you do not want people to see Pimpin' Frollo.
I have no idea who that is.
Frollo from The Hunchback of Notre Dame. It's just him in his pimp-ass glasses. What are you... Apparently, he's been watching The Hunchback.
Pimp-ass glasses. Dude, it's like my favorite Disney Renaissance movie ever.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It needs a 3D to be released in 3D. I would love to see that scene of Quasimodo swinging over the crowd and like him swinging off screen. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, that movie in 3D would be gorgeous.
Yeah, hell, it's one of the very few Disney remakes I'm actually looking forward to.
Same.
Anyway,
that was actually my most heavily judged one too.
Think about this.
Wasn't the Mulan one canceled?
The what? No, it wasn't canceled.
Wasn't the Mulan remake canceled?
No, the premiere was.
No. Rumor has it they're going to be putting it onto... They're going to do what they did with Onward and put it onto digital and then a little later streaming on Disney+.
It's not so bad. My question is, like, when this virus ends, like, how many movies are just going to be, like, like thrown into theaters. Like there's gonna be just too many movies, too many theaters. You got to go to this theater to see this movie. You know what I'm saying? It's like going like a classic like news network.
Well, with the predictions for how long it's going to be until that happens, short answer: no one knows when they're going to reopen.
It always comes back to that thing. We don't know. I have a full work schedule starting tomorrow. Good for you. I don't know when I'm going back to work. Anyway, so that's going on there. Everything is going all crazy.
Yep.
But hey.
And also, though something did happen that ended.
Yeah.
First.
Steven Universe?
Yep, it is officially over.
Oh.
I didn't really so much mind the show. It was the fan base in the heydays that was scary. There was that incident, but I never really blamed the show for that. If anything, I know I think it was one of the animators who actually came out and defended the girl who made the fan art, and then the fans started attacking the animator. So I never hold the show responsible for what happened. Their fan base, again, at least in the early days, was just hoarded by SJWs. But I really just kind of stopped. Like the last episode I watched was their April Fool's Day episode with Uncle Grandpa, which I still think is hilarious.
Yeah, we were talking about that last week. Mm-hmm. Apparently, King from Rears got a license as a security officer. Congratulations, man.
Yes. You just get that license, dude?
Who got a license?
My friend.
Hmm.
Anyways, yeah. When it comes to Steven Universe, this is how I see it. If you know the basic generalization of what happened in the series, I highly recommend you watch all the way through Steven Universe Future. A lot better story elements and stuff going on for it than the original series did. I felt the original series, to me, felt more like a mess.
If anything, I thought the voice for Steven Universe in the beginning was too annoying. I'll never forget. Like he's trying to attract that one girl, and it's like, oh, well, I never did this. And he goes, what? Like that annoying voice.
Here's the thing though with Steven Universe Future. Okay, so you know how in Steven Universe everything like there's a lot of fucked up shit that happens to him.
Mm-hmm.
Steven Universe Future is when the chickens come home to roost.
How so?
Let's to put it plainly, Steven has PTSD.
Okay.
And they explain the basics of childhood trauma and how mental health is important and what happens when you internalize and bottle everything up and try to be what you're known for instead of what you are in the present.
Say that again?
Pretty much what the show, it tackles is mental health, trauma, and what happens when you internalize it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is kind of going into spoiler territory for the finale of Steven Universe, so just forewarning, spoilers ahead. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, the past, up until the last 3 episodes, it sort of cultivates. It shows he goes to Homeworld to visit the diamonds to try to get a handle on what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And Diamond, who has the ability to project the inner thoughts of other beings through her. Mm-hmm. And she does that with Steven. At first, it's like everything's fine, okay. Oh, this is cool because new power. He thinks it's kind of cool, but then it sort of turns. You see him going from happy to just angry, and almost shattering White Diamond by bashing her head against a pillar.
Jesus.
That sounds metal as fuck.
And he goes back. He gets into an altercation with Jasper and shatters Jasper, essentially killing her.
Not pizza bone. Just kidding.
No, he shatters Jasper, but revives her.
Okay, so you're saying he actually kills her.
He actually kills her and then brings her back.
Interesting.
Then episode 18, which is called Everything's Fine. It's basically the beginning of the boiling point, where he goes and just denial, pure denial. Then it goes to an intervention. Everyone's kind of figured out something's not right, and they try talking to him, and he's like, oh, that's nothing. I was like, oh, it's like I had a few bad thoughts here and there. I almost smashed White Diamond's head against a pillar, but I didn't do it. I didn't go through with it. Oh, but I did go through with shattering Jasper. I fixed that. And then his girlfriend Connie. She goes, "Do you need to go back to the hospital?" Everyone freaks out. That he went to the hospital.
Really?
So, right at that point, he starts just crashing, having a pure meltdown. To the point where he goes a monster, and he turns into a fucking giant kaiju beast.
Steven?
Yes.
This is getting deeper than I thought it was going to get for Steven Universe.
Yeah. Yeah, this is why I say Steven Universe Future is so much better than the original run, in the original show. But anyways, he goes on a rampage. Everyone tries to stop him. Pushed back. Even what's called the cluster, which is a whole bunch of gems inside the center of the earth. Even that couldn't stop him. And everyone starts blaming themselves for what they do, for why this is happening. And Connie comes in and is like, yeah, it is your fucking fault, but don't make it about you right now.
Which one was Connie again?
The girl that Steven they pushed with Steven that fused with him.
Yeah, because I know Finn was doing a bunch of videos about Steven Universe. I didn't see it just because I stopped watching the show. But knowing all this, maybe I should actually watch Finn's videos just to get a recap. And knowing that, like, I'm just kind of wondering if Finn freaks out any of the videos.
Yeah. But also, how he is taken care of is the most Steven Universe thing you can do. That big old hug.
That cures him?
Big hug. Pretty much that with encouraging words, because as someone who does deal with this a lot,
you turn into a kaiju beast a lot?
It's a representation.
It's a joke.
No, it's a joke. But anyways, that would be cool. But anyways, pretty much how it is that it kind of hit more home with me because I do this a lot. Analyze and I try to take care of everyone else before myself, and I'm usually everyone's listening ear. But but at the same time, I it's not the same the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a vicious cycle. So they hug it out, and they keep telling them, "We're here for you. We love you. We'll get you what you need." The thing that seals the deal is Connie jumps on top of him, right in between the eyes,
Mm-hmm.
and that kind of tips it all over, and he starts to cry and just let it all out. And then we take another little time skip a few months later. Steven has a therapist, which is fan-fucking-tastic. He's moving out. He's doing what his father did and tour around and figure out where his place in the world is. And it's basically him telling all the gems that he's been with goodbye, basically, and giving them gifts and whatnot. And it ends with him driving off from Beach City.
Jeez.
So,
and
when you
and we
say,
also get,
go ahead.
and side note, we also get lip-on-lip contact for Steven and Connie. So that was adorable.
Okay, so when you
Because
say
never-
like those eggs came, when you say those eggs come home, came home to roost, are you talking about like all the stuff they put him through as a kid kind of tormented him now as an adult? That's what you're saying?
Yes.
That's actually really cool to see them put in there, because all the stuff people are doing with their kids, and I agree specifics, but let's just say you know who you are. This is going to screw them up when they're an adult. Okay, I mean, you can claim that it's cute or it's the right thing all you want, but it may seem that way now, but you need to think way ahead of time.
Well, I'm no expert on that subject, but when it comes to it is a good if you've experienced trauma, if you want someone to understand what trauma and the effects of it feel like, because I've dealt with a lot of really fucked up shit to a lot, and I mean a fucking lot. We were kind of like, yeah, kind of had it rough. Well, again, it's them trying to validate it as well. So it's like,
I guess if I could go ahead.
So it's like it's one of those the Steven Universe future is a good one to watch for especially the later half, where it's more focused on that stuff. But it's when it comes down to, if you want to show someone like what's the easy way to show like the basics of what trauma does to a person, or what result in if it goes unchecked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was going to see if I can try to give some sort of an example here, but I can't without going into dicey territory. So I'm just going to leave it at what I said previously. But sounds like an interesting note for them to go out on. I'm actually kind of glad they took such a mature route, because it's not even just with parents, but also what's you're doing to yourself now. Again, not going to go into specific. Let's just say you know who you people are. It may seem beneficial now, but down the road, as you become older, this will have an impact.
Yeah.
So, anyway, let's try and brighten the mood here just a
Yeah, let's play. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
mean, that's what people come here for.
Evan and I saw the Jay and Silent Bob reboot movie.
Oh my god.
And let me just say, you're going for something on the level of Clerks.
Cruiser, your pick. Can you repeat that last thing you just said? You kind of pixelated.
Okay. For those of you who are expecting something as deep as Clerks, no. That is not going to be the case.
Well, kind of did. I mean, it kind of did, but the stuff with Jay, I mean, like...
Well, you could argue
emotionally,
that.
Emotionally, Clerks didn't have anything emotional-wise.
Well, no, but if you watch, like, Clerks or Clerks 2, you can at least see particularly Clerks 2, you can see the evolution of the emotions, especially with Rand, and how he's realizing that Dante is, moving away. This is it. This is the end. With Jay and Silent Bob reboot, you don't get that feeling until the very end. No spoilers. But basically, the movie is just a nostalgia play.
Yeah,
that's basically what it is. It was an excuse to get to see everybody back on camera again. And to be fair, it was nice seeing how all these actors and characters age. I mean, not necessarily characters, because you will find the same actors, but not playing the same characters per se.
Yeah, I think the movie could just be summed up as Jay and Silent Bob. Kevin Smith knows this guy.
They even made a small little joke about that in the movie, because Kevin Smith is not only playing Silent Bob in the movie, he's also playing himself in the movie.
Basically,
and he makes a...
Sorry, go ahead, Evan. I was gonna say you go on. I'll follow after.
Okay, basically, he actually says, like, there is a scene where it does take place at a convention, and he goes like, "Yeah, you want to know how I got all these people back? I just told them I almost died."
All right.
Like, he cameos his personal life in the movie.
So the basic plot of the movie is it takes place directly after Clerks 2, I believe. And wouldn't you say that it takes place like directly after Clerks 2?
I wouldn't say directly, because you know that RST is no longer there.
Yeah, but was it not there before Clerks 2?
It
has to be after Clerks 2. It's the last...
Yeah, it's after Clerks 2. I just don't know if it's directly after Clerks 2.
Okay.
Like,
so
like,
in a way,
yeah, go ahead.
Jay and Silent Bob get taken to court because they're Jay and Silent Bob. That's pretty much the best way to describe it. But like, they go to court and they get sued for the incident that happened in Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back with the what was the name of the superhero duo? Fat Boy and shit, what was his name?
What was the superhero duo at the time?
Yeah, what was the name?
Walkman and Chronic?
Yeah, Walkman and Chronic. They got sued for something to do with that, and they're now not allowed to use the names Jay and Silent Bob anymore. And so they realize that Kevin Smith bought the rights to their characters, and he wants to reboot the series in this like edgier, dark like reboot of.
Yeah, Bluntman v. Chronic.
Bluntman v. Chronic. It's basically Batman vs Superman, but it's Bluntman and Chronic. Chronic is played by a girl, and like, or was it Blunt? I forget which one is it. Yeah, it's like, I don't blame them, So they have to travel all the way to Hollywood to stop Kevin Smith from making this movie, and everything goes to hell in there. There's a lot of weed. There's a lot of cameos. There's a lot of, if you're a big fan of Kevin Smith's universe, a lot of references, a lot of laughs, a lot of like callbacks. Max, it gets even more.
There's even Klansmen.
Yeah, that even came from. Like, where the hell did that come from?
Like, and one of them is Chris Jericho.
I know, right? Like, why was that in the movie? Even my stepmom, who's not even a big fan, is like, what was the point of that scene? Why was it in the movie? Let me just put it this way. That's going to be a reoccurring question when you watch this movie. Like, why was that in the movie? Like, the opening scene where they learn about the movie, they're in the comic book store at the mall for like a total of like 10 minutes. And I'm like, scene just end. But like,
with Brody is there.
Yeah, Brody's there. I like how he had like 2 Stan Lee tributes in there. Like he has his jacket on display in the background.
Mm-hmm.
And the end where it just shows a quick little interview he did with him.
Yeah, I'll let you finish before I say something about Stan Lee.
So yeah, that's all. There's not really much I could say. That was basically the plot.
Yeah, but basically, the whole point of the movie was to make fun of reboots, remakes, and sequels while being all 3 at the same time. Which I have to say is kind of clever. But as far as the whole Stan Lee thing goes, he does have a cameo in the movie.
2.
Kinda. 2.
Well, there's technically him and his jacket in one, and the other one's at the credits, but you know.
Yeah. So you could technically say that it is a post-credit scene, but it has like nothing to do with the movie. It was just him and Kevin together at some IMDb gathering.
It was Comic-Con, I believe.
But still, very lovely to say the least. But the other thing too, and I remember them advertising this when they were doing the Get Old podcast. This was like after the hurricane that came to Tampa. They were offering a prize. Whoever was the highest bidder would actually get an uncut cameo in the movie, and a bunch of other people did too, because it was a bunch of contest winners. But their cameo was in the post-credit scene and was just like them, like, you know, meeting Kevin Smith on stage. I'm like, really? That's it? That's their big cameo? Like, that's lame as hell. I would have, like, what I would have expected was during the convention scenes, like, maybe they'll, like, there's a scene where Jay and Bob are sitting next to, you know, a couple of fans, you know, trying to hide. I would have figured maybe those 2 would have been contest winners, or maybe the guy asking the question was it the contest winner.
They had to have some extras that were the winners as extras. It just had to happen. Hell, they even were able.
I hope so, because
go on. I was gonna do a quick subject change. There you
go. I hope so, because like that's it. That's their big cameo. Like, dude, that's a friggin' rip.
I know, like one of the parts I just remembered now, they find a way to get like friggin' Thor in there.
Oh yeah, Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, Chris Hemsworth in there. Oh my god, I forgot his name for a moment. That's why I said Thor. Yeah, Chris Hemsworth is just literally just phoned in there. It's just like so weird. It's like, Chris Hemsworth, this is a
hologram.
This is what your motivation is, Chris. You're a hologram. You're basically introducing yourself to the crowd and pointing them towards this side is one thing, this side's the other thing. Just do whatever you want. Oh my god. Again, Jay and Silent Bob. Kevin Smith knows this guy. Oh my god, Kevin.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a particular interesting, funny moment. Well, one thing though, I do want to say that a big reason why this movie got made is because Jay's been sober for 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably 9 or 10 by now, because he wanted to do a sequel to Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and Kevin's like, dude, I can't believe we got away with one. Let's just count our blessings here. And I guess Kevin made him a deal where if he stayed sober, then he'd do it. And then suddenly the heart attack happened, and he's like, okay, look, we're going to do this. We got to do this now. And for those of you who are, again, Kevin Smith fans, there's even a joke about the whole airplane incident.
The what? Oh, the one where he couldn't. You mean the incident where he didn't fit in the plane?
Yeah, the sea of the plane. Yeah, he goes. Yes, there is a, like the person at the at the counter goes. Yes, I'm sorry, but there's a weight problem. It's like, what? This motherfucker went vegan. Yeah, have you seen how much weight he lost? No, when I say weight problem, I mean there's a wait time.
Oh my god.
The movie, Yeah, the movie is actually on Amazon Prime for those of you who have that. I definitely recommend checking it out.
All 10 of you who own Amazon Prime, if you know what I'm saying.
If you are a Kevin Smith fan, I'd say, yeah, it's definitely worth seeing. Just, again, don't expect something as deep as Clerks 1 or 2 was. Or at least not until the very end. Just look at it as a nostalgia play, and you will get that little, heartfelt moment. Just, you're not going to see the evolution of it. It's just going to come to you at the end. And it's actually not that little heartfelt moment. It's not bad, actually.
If you're a Jay and Silent Bob fan, you'll like it enough.
Mm-hmm. But speaking of subscription services, I also just got a subscription to Hulu.
Oh, how did that work out, Mr. Hulu man? You humping with Hulu and humping? Is that what they said on the movie?
What?
Do you remember that in Jay and Silent Bob? They were in the courtroom. They said Netflix and no, it was Netflix and chill, and they're like, no, we're humping with Hulu. You don't remember?
From Netflix and chill. No. How about some humping Hulu?
No, motherfucker, we're humping.
Disney Plus and Trust? No.
Disney Plus and Cuss? What the fuck?
Trust.
Or Disney Plus and Thrust. That was that was.
And then they were still teasing you.
He's like, no, motherfucker, Hulu and humping, man.
Funimation and Fornication. There was the other one.
Funimation. That is brilliant.
Funimation and what now?
Actually, the better transition to what I was going to talk about, though, too, is
Funimation and I'm not done yet. He said Funimation and Fornication.
Yes.
Okay, but there's something else I wanted to say about just having Hulu. It is they do have a lot of content. Some of it, though, you do have to pay extra for. But however, if you're a fan of Scott the Woz and you saw his episode about streaming services, he is absolutely right. They really do need to change the layout in this thing.
Yeah, they do, especially with the new with what they have with the new format that they've been playing with.
Wait,
I don't like it
Cruiser,
that much.
Cruiser, did you get just Hulu or did you do the Disney Plus combo?
I do not own Disney Plus.
Yeah, but you can get Disney Plus with Hulu.
I didn't see anything about that when I subscribed.
Yeah, I think it's like.
Did you get?
Go on, tell me.
Did you get your Hulu with Spotify, or is it separate?
Separate, actually, because I actually signed up on PlayStation 4. Or through my PlayStation 4, I should say.
Well, I got Disney Plus.
Yeah, if you get for $12.99 a month, you can get Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN.
Well, ESPN as of no use for me because I do not watch sports at all.
Neither do I, but I still got it, man. Well, technically, I got the whole the Disney Plus plan at the time, but it's still a good combo since they now own Hulu, so
I got Hulu through Spotify.
That'll play $69 a year, man. Cruise, your dogs are cussing at you. You might want to go and give them the middle finger.
The one thing I will say about Disney Plus that I do not like, they need to fucking fix their PS4 app. The love of fucking God, the buffering is unbearable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just right now, Disney Plus just doesn't really interest me all that much. I mean, things could change. I do know that they are going to be making their own exclusive content for it. So let's see how that goes. And if it's interesting, then yeah, I'll definitely check it out. Right now, I think they just have the Mandalorian. Is that it?
No, they got
exclusive.
There's a lot of exclusive stuff coming to Disney Plus. There's a lot of exclusive shows. There's this one where
Okay, but I'm talking about right now, not in the coming future.
No, I mean right now they got more.
Personally, this is what I use it for.
Clone Wars.
Funny enough, I've only watched 2 Disney movies on this thing. The rest, documentaries for National Geographic.
So you're the one person who's watching that.
Pretty much.
Yeah, they also got Disney. They also got Disney Insider. They got that one thing with the cast behind the scenes documentary.
That stuff I have on my watch list. So
There's also that one show they have where who's the girl who played Anna? Kristen Bell.
I think so.
Yeah, she goes to all these schools where they recreate their school plays as adults. That was a good show.
Interesting.
Anyways, Disney Plus depends on what you're looking for. It really depends on what you're looking for.
But you can't deny they got fucking everything on there.
They have a lot of Disney related stuff, and yeah, don't get me wrong. That's great to have. It's great that oh my god, what's it called? Like the Boogeyman or whatever it was called.
Mr. Boogity.
Mr. Boogity. Like, it's great that they have that on there. I remember seeing that as a kid. However, though, there's a lot of content for a very niche market. Is how I would describe it.
I mean, why are you dissing Fuzz Bucket?
So, but if you're definitely in that niche market, then I would say check it out. At least that's what a lot of users are telling me.
I mean, I remember after me and Cruz were writing an episode of our upcoming radio drama, I'm like, cool, we're done, cool, let's go watch Sword in the Stone, and we're just watching Sword in the Stone, just making fun of it, period, the entire Saturday night.
Like, okay, my opinions on Disney Plus have kind of changed. There is stuff on there I like, but now I still hold the belief that.
Hey, what are you talking about, Jablonski? Homeward Bound is in this app.
Not yet.
It's
not released until May.
I am holding it right. Oh, it's not released until May. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah. Well, at least now you know it's coming.
It's in the catalog, but it's not available.
Snow Dogs.
Okay, but let Jablonski finish though. I'm curious to hear what he has to say.
Snow Dogs was a Disney movie.
Hold the belief. It's like what Cruiser said. If it's extremely niche right now. Once Marvel comes, once more Star Wars comes, it's gonna pick up more. But for right now, it feels incomplete.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff that they could have put on there. It's like I want them to put in the rest of the one Saturday morning lineup. I want them to actually have like their old specials for like what they had for openings of parks, for anniversary specials, the TV specials that they've done. I want them to put them on there because that is the shit that I would willingly pay for to see like complete versions of outside of YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
better quality.
Well, those aren't really movies.
Especially with
usually
with nostalgia being as hot as it is right now. Like now would be the perfect time to release that stuff.
We'll see what happens. I mean, like I haven't seen like a lot of movies like releasing specials on streamings that I know of, unless you can just tell me. Oh yeah, there's also that show that.
My head. And speaking of movies, I want to say this. It was this last week. Crunchyroll released Konosuba: Legend of Crimson. I'm a huge fan of this show. Oh my fucking god, the movie was hilarious. It makes fun of the transported to a new world. That's pretty much the whole series. Is that it makes fun of the genre, which is called isekai.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they make fun of the generic person dies. It's like, how did you die? It's like I got hit. It's like how did I die? You got hit by a truck and pissed yourself. Everyone was laughing at you.
But with all that being said, there's one thing that Scott the Laws said in his streaming episode, and he also takes a lot of video game streaming services into account. But at the very end, spoilers, he just looks at the camera and screams, "We don't need this many!" And honestly, I have to think he might have a point.
Yes,
because it's not because like Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, like that's okay. But however, like I know Daejuan, CBS, is making their own. Or MSN, like the Peacock. I know it's called that. DC is making their own. Like, guys, do you really
DC's
have
They
already
already have their own one. Okay. Funny thing with that one,
Silent speaks.
what they're going to be doing is a lot of their content, I believe, since they're owned, them, Crunchyroll, and so on are owned by HBO.
Mm-hmm.
Happen, and this is with HBO Max. They're going to roll in the content from those. Crunchyroll, all that is going to go to HBO Max.
Let's hope so, because honestly, you really don't need all these subscription services. Like, because honestly, it feels like within no time at all, we're going to go back to buying
Cable.
DVDs or something. Or back to cable or buying DVDs.
I
Juwan,
saw a tweet about that actually. Some guy was like, this amount for Disney Plus, this amount for that, this amount for that. $2,495 for OnlyFans. All these services got to come together.
Mm-hmm.
The joke was the OnlyFans because he paid like $2,000 something for nudes, but no, I do agree that they need to figure something out. Or because pretty soon you're going to be paying the same amount that you're paying for cable. So what's the point?
Well, originally that's what Hulu was for, because Hulu had all these different companies come together to put their content on there, and now they're gonna stream off. And what irritates me is the Peacock one.
Mm-hmm.
Might have to only. I want to see the price on it. However, I would only really get it for like 2 shows. Zoe's on Extraordinary Playlist and Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
And the rest of the world would just get it for The Office. I mean, who's really going to pay all that? Who's going to pay that money to watch Punky Bruce?
Plus
Go ahead,
half the people out there. Okay, all right. Plus, half the people out there are gonna. I hate saying this, but we don't endorse it here. But they're gonna pirate this stuff anyway if they want to watch it. To be honest, most people watch. Most people watch their anime for free. Most people are they're gonna get it for free. So I'm pretty sure people have watched The Mandalorian for free.
No, Mandalorian is not based on anywhere. Disney, believe me when I say Disney has been taking a shark on that.
Trust me, Evan. I watched The Rise of Skywalker on a thing.
Okay, no, we're not going to talk about that. I'm not going to go with. Believe me, I don't want to go into that argument right now.
I'm saying, that's not.
No, not with the Star Wars thing. The thing of pirating, like in theater movies. I do not want to get into that argument right now because if so,
it's not. Using that as an example, if you let me finish there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Were you going to say Cruiser?
No, I want to tell Evan to let you finish.
Thank you. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure there's just ways you can get that stuff out there for free. Trust me, there's a way, and people are gonna do it.
I mean, like, Evan, we've been to enough we've been to I think I've mainly seen this at MegaCon, where people will sell bootleg DVD, and with The Mandalorian, just prop a camera in front of the television, hit record. Sure, it's shitty quality, but I think people don't really care.
Screen capture.
No, Disney. Believe me, I have tried screen capture. It doesn't work. Disney took a huge step ahead on that one. If you try to do screen capture, even screenshots on some devices, you're going to get a black image. I have tried it. Trust me.
Hold on.
No, not hold on, man. I don't want you to do. If you're gonna try and do it, I don't want to do it on my screen.
I'm not gonna do it now. Evan, just shut up and leave me alone.
You said hold on. What was I supposed to assume there?
I'm thinking to myself. Just leave me alone. All right. God. Sometimes this show's a pain in my.
Anyways, when it comes to streaming services, it is piling up. It is getting ridiculous. I think the bundles are what's gonna save a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like with what I get Hulu. I get Hulu with my Spotify. I only pay for one price.
Yeah, I do that.
Like it's for Disney Plus, Hulu, and that, and ESPN. Like, ESPN, no one talks about.
Well, they are streaming a bunch of past WrestleManias this week for free, or on the ESPN Plus.
And like, doesn't technically the WWE have its own little streaming service?
Yep, the WWE Network, $9.99 a month.
I like how he just recited that right at the top of his head.
Yeah. Right, so when they first rolled out the network, that's all we heard every single commercial break for about 3 years. So it's drilled into all of our heads now that we know it's $9.99 for the WWE Network. Subscribe.
Okay, fair enough.
Subscribe for free. Get a 3-month trial, and you get WrestleMania for free this year. Sorry, God.
I even know that Troma, the king of independent cinema, has their own streaming network. But honestly,
what's it called?
About them?
What's it called?
I don't know.
Probably let me look that up. I gotta see. See, you said it was Troma that did it?
Yeah.
Troma Pictures, was it? Or was it Troma Movies? Troma Entertainment? Troma Entertainment.
There you go.
Do you have to pay for anything on Storyfire too? Because I know McJuggernaut, that's McJuggernaut's baby. Storyfire.
I don't know.
45 years, my God.
But again, like Troma, like they do have a lot of content, but it's all because they will distribute a lot of B movies. Not everything is made by them, and again, like who the heck is getting that?
Right here it is, Troma Now.
Niche fan base.
Troma Now. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ooh,
what is it, Evan?
Troma's website. Oh wait, no, it didn't load. Never mind. I thought it was. Never mind. I thought it was something going on. They have it. They do have. It's called Troma Now. And what?
Well, how much is it?
$4.99. First month is free.
A month?
First month is free, and yeah.
Yeah, because again, who would want Troma?
Niche fan base.
Exactly. I mean, say what you want about Disney. At least they have a ton of content that's more family oriented.
It is getting out of hand, getting all these streaming services. Because then, don't forget, you also have your Spotify's, your PS Nows, your Xbox Game Passes. Then
you don't have PS Now.
Well, with game streaming, it's kind of inevitable because if you have a console, you're not going to be able to like. You would be playing.
Go ahead.
Like I know there might be ways around this, but like with streaming services on games, there's kind of no choice for the most part. I mean, like if you have a PS4, you're not gonna be able to play like fucking outside console platforms or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Well, for a while.
Go ahead.
I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead, Juan.
So years ago, actually, before Xbox found out, some random person uploaded an N64 emulator onto the Xbox One app store. So for a while, you could emulate N64 games on there, but Xbox yeeted it off of there.
Yeah, because they got a cease and desist, I think. Did they?
I don't think they got a cease and desist. No, they just said you can't put this on there. Sorry, guys.
So they got a cease and desist. You said it was on there. You
didn't receive a cease and desist. Xbox just took it off before Nintendo found out or did anything. Xbox just said no, get rid of this. They didn't get a cease and desist. It's just.
Oh, I thought you said it was already on there and they took it off because
it was on the App Store, but Xbox didn't know, and then Xbox took it off because Xbox said you guys can't do this, so they don't get into any legal fights with Nintendo.
Yeah, but like, I'm still. Excuse me. Sorry, stuttered there. They're still like when it comes to gaming streaming services. I mean, like they're only going to be putting games that will be compatible with that system in a way, right? I mean, with a company trying to make money off their own product, it's going to be kind of like except for that. Like, I can understand the streaming thing, it coming together like a TV thing. I mean, like depending on whether or not it'll all come together or not, that'll be the day. But like, when it comes to gaming, they're only going to be able to have content that will be compatible with that system in legal matters.
Technically not. Because you can get PS Now on your PC along with Xbox Game App. So PC's already bringing them all together.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Staying corrected.
But what I want to say before is there is this pretty cool commentary channel on YouTube called Review Tech USA.
I know that guy. I love that guy.
Oh yeah, I've seen spoofs of that guy all over the place.
But the point that I'm getting at here is, while he at first did an episode where he does believe game streaming is the inevitable future. Not too long ago, he did one where he said that it may have actually stopped before it could even start because of something that was found. I think Google Stadia, which no one really gives a shit about anyway. I guess they kind of realized. I guess they kind of realized how much they can work people over for their money. I'll have to rewatch the episode again, or the video again. But at some point, though, people, you need to realize something here. You're not buying the actual game. You're just buying a license to play it. At some point, that game could go bye-bye, and then you just lost money. Say what you want about physical media. At least I own it, and I can take it and sell it if I want. I mean, sure, like, you can definitely make arguments and cases for streaming music or streaming movies and TV, but video games, that's not the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, like, because chances are, if something gets taken off of Netflix or Hulu, I can probably find it somewhere else. A video game, however, no.
Like Ring Fit Adventure.
Like what?
Like Ring Fit Adventures. Anybody seen that? It's going on Amazon for like $200 now.
Really?
Yeah, because everyone's kind of like, well, I need something to do. All the gyms are closed, so everyone's been doing Ring Fit Adventure.
Aside from it being actually a good game, from what I've heard, I can understand that being crazy. That's a lot of people that are like. I remember, I think, was it you and me that were that were streaming during this when we eBayed toilet paper?
Are you serious? You actually eBay toilet paper?
Okay, here's what we did. We wanted to see how crazy it was out of this thing, so we went to eBay.com and saw how much people were giving away toilet paper. Someone was selling one strip for $1 and was making.
You and me?
I don't know if it was you or.
I think it was. I think it was you and me.
Yeah, you and me were on there, and we were like on voice chat, and we were just watching this stuff. And we were just watching this like, this is amazing. This is just funny.
Well, I mean, people did the same thing with Szechuan sauce.
Oh yeah, the $10,000 Szechuan sauce.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. I still have my 2 packets on my shelf.
Fisherman X made me throw out one that I was gonna sell online.
I still have my 2 on the shelf over there.
Really?
Yeah.
I tried selling mine. Nothing happened, so I just ate.
Right.
God, I've had that sauce for like 2 years on my shelf. I'm surprised ants have not gotten into it. Possibly more.
Interesting discussion point here. Go ahead, Cruiser. I'm sorry.
Well, no, you go ahead and tell them because I need to grab something first before I discuss it. So.
All right. Do you guys think that emulators are evil?
No.
Depends on the game, really. I mean, like, if it's like something recent, I can think it's kind of a dick move, but like, if it's like an old stuff that's like hard to get, maybe it might be. I could see some benefits on it.
That's pretty much what I see emulators as. It's for certain games that they do not make anymore. It is a historical thing to have. Is just an emulator of that game that is not being reprinted or published out into digital media anymore.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a recent game that everybody's all over right now, and it's like
that's borderline piracy.
Yeah, that's just straight up dick move right there, in my opinion.
But no, because I was watching Papa Muda, aka Some Ordinary Gamers, and he made a good point that, like, let's say I go to get Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, or any N64 game. Eventually, that console and that game cartridge is gonna die. And it's being preserved through emulators. So I just wanted to see what you guys thought about emulators.
It depends on there. I mean,
I don't.
It
depends because I know some emulators are good, some of them are not.
The video game historian did a good documentary on the 2 infamous emulators that were being sold on the market. Didn't really work.
Wasn't one of them called Bleem?
Bleem and I forgot what the other one was called. It was the one that was supposed to play video games on the Mac.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They got sued, but they won the cases. But unfortunately, I think one got bought out and the other one just didn't sell well or something like that. I could be wrong. I don't really remember.
So guys, want to play a fun game?
What's that?
Is it Cards Against Humanity?
I want to at some point, yeah. But anyway,
it's free now.
Anyways, I have an ad. I found a picture of an old ad from 1999 of the prices of video games and consoles.
Oh boy!
Who wants to play a guessing game?
I thought you said an old ad, and my mind immediately went to the bathe in my milk ad. Go ahead.
It depends on the console. Like if you look at the time, that I believe Sega was selling Nintendo consoles were occasionally like 150, 200, I believe.
Okay, I'm just gonna look at this price. I'm just gonna use this price as a reference. So, no, this is more of a new. It says new low price. Okay. Okay, so for a brand new N64 in 1999, how much do you think it cost?
I believe it was 200, if I'm not mistaken. 300.
Nope.
70? No, I'm
higher.
150.
130.
It wasn't that expensive. I remember seeing it on shelves for like 300 at most.
What did you say?
But what was the last guess?
700, I think.
Cruiser said something.
Cruiser said 130, right?
Yeah, like 129.99 or something like that.
Yep.
Time to. I was gonna be the dick on prices right. 131.
I just said in the beginning I said in the beginning 150 or like 200, I believe.
It was still 130. You were off.
Yeah, he was closer, so I can't deny.
I can remember going to KB
the new price at the time is $99.99, but that was the same price for the PS1.
Yeah, they were.
Let's go to the games. This is gonna be a fun one.
The games.
Okay.
Sorry, go on.
Price for a new copy of Super Smash Brothers for the N64.
60.
It was like it had to be around like 50.
$61.
I'm gonna say like 50 around that number.
No, 74 maybe. I know games are like.
Right.
I haven't got it right. What did he say?
For a new copy of Super Smash Brothers, $50.
Yeah, wasn't that expensive.
Oh, okay. How much for an extra controller for an N64?
Oh my god. I think it was like I'm gonna say 35, I believe. 35. I'm gonna say 38 in between 40 and 35.
Nope.
Hey, Cruiser, your go.
Okay, what is it that we're guessing on again?
The price of an N64 controller.
Okay, the price of an N64 controller. What did these two say?
I didn't say anything.
Okay, Evan, what was your guess?
I said around like 35, 38.
He was wrong.
I am going to say 40.
Nope.
No!
Well, time to do the Price is Right thing. $1.
No.
You little bitch.
Huh?
The price of according to this ad, the price of an N64 controller, brand new, in 1999, $26.
Really?
Jeez,
Yeah.
That's not so bad. Hey, wait a minute. How much did you say the N64 was?
129. But they said like, oh, that was a previous price before this ad said it dropped down to $99.99.
No, I was about to say because I looked it up. The original launch price for the N64 was $199.
Well, I'm just going by this ad because
it's an ad. Okay, it's probably just giving you discounts on shit and shit.
Give me a discount price.
You sign up for this thing and then receive emails and you'll get this for free.
Remember the first?
Well, not exactly. But, okay. Last part for the N64. The price of a new copy of Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time is
about 50. Wait, Ocarina of Time?
Yep.
Okay, so it wasn't Majora's Mask, which came with that accessory that like upped the graphics. So yeah, I think it was like relatively the same time, like like $50, $55 at least.
Nope.
Really? You just said there was that N64 game was like $50.
That was for Smash Brothers. This is a different game.
I'm gonna say 30.
Oh, but you're more warmer than you were before.
$35.
Closer.
$40.
Well, you already had your guess.
$41.
Now
Damn it,
I
that's
get
the
to be
price
the
right.
now I get to be the bitch.
Nice job.
Okay, my honest guess, I am going to say $50.
I already
No.
said that. That was my answer.
Price is $39.99.
My third guess was right.
Hey, your third guess is right.
All right, what was it? Let me try one. How much do you think it was?
Hold on.
I'm the one. You guys are the contestants here.
All right, fine.
And not to mention, I grabbed something to show on this show. It's been sitting here. Now, you guys have already seen this. This is going to be for on all 5 of them. The newest addition to the family.
Wow. Wow.
Signed by Mel Brooks.
Nice catch, man. Where'd you get that thing from?
There's actually an autograph store called, I think it's called OC Celebrity Marketing.
Yeah.
And this guy was actually, he has like a bunch of stuff on eBay as well as his own website. And I wanted to find out that these guys were legit. So there's a couple of autograph collecting clubs that I'm a member of on Facebook. And they all confirm that he is legit. And they also work with Beckett Certification. This is the Certificate of Authenticity.
I was about to ask you to have like a COA.
Yeah. Basically, you go on, you type in the serial number and then go to the web. Well, you go to the website, type in the serial number. It'll tell you when it was signed, and usually they are in person when they do the sign. And I just wanted this because, for starters, Mel Brooks is 93 years old. Yeah, he is. He's 93. Yeah, and while Mel Brooks does has some signed posters on his own website, can I get that out there for the frame? It was a bit too expensive. Like he was selling it a signed poster on his website for I think like $130. And to be fair, he is definitely a legend. He is an icon, so it is worth it. But still pretty expensive. So I find out about OC Celebrity Marketing. And I check out their store, and they have stuff there from Mel Brooks. So I made it. Like he was actually originally selling this for $109. Definitely a cheaper price, but still a little bit over what I was willing to pay. So I made an offer of $85. He said make it $89. We struck a deal. Yeah. Because for some reason, I don't know why, but for some reason, the Spaceballs poster was going for more than the Blazing Saddles.
I'm gonna watch Blazing Saddles again.
Yeah, and funny story. Mel visits his son Max Brooks and plays with his kid all the time, and his kid I think is like 9 years old, and. He's showing them Blazing Saddles. He's like, okay, you see this word, you do not. Yeah, he goes, you do not say this word to your principal. This word, that one's okay, but you don't say that. You don't say the N word. You
don't say this word to your principal.
Yeah. And his son Max is like, Dad, what are you doing? He's like, what? I'm teaching him.
I remember hearing stories about Gene Wilder like not wanting to say the word. It was like so funny. And meanwhile, the guy who's playing like Bart is like, dude, look, it's fine. Like he was always hesitating to say stuff. It was so funny. It wasn't even just him. It was all these other guys there. The sheriff
what
is there.
He says the sheriff is near.
And everything you always hear people say that there's no way Blazing Saddles would be made nowadays, they are 100% right.
Yeah, I mean, like, you
Okay.
see...
I actually have a bone to pick with that.
Okay.
You don't need to have it remade.
They're not saying
it's something that's already been done. It's something that's
okay, but
already
they're
been
not
done.
talking about having it remade. They're just saying if this movie were made in the times of today, as if it never came out back then, but it came out now, there's no way it would have happened.
Well,
They're
here's
not
the thing,
talking about
though.
a remake.
There is a movie that I feel is this generation's Blazing Saddles.
Oh, really?
Movie Sorry to Bother You?
What?
I believe that's the name of it. Oh, hold on. Yeah, Sorry to Bother You is basically a more modern take with Blazing Saddles.
Sorry to bother you. I'm going to have to look that up.
It is actually a really good movie.
Oh my god, dude, I just
The
realized...
basic gist of it is this guy, he's looking for a job. He gets a job as a telemarketer. And he just hits it right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
But it also twists into like this different thing. Like it does talk about a lot of current issues. And it's a little bit of a mind fuck also. It's worth watching. It plays off of kind of the same stuff as Blazing Saddles, but it doesn't at the same time.
Interesting. Okay, so the movie's called Sorry to Bother You.
Yes.
All right. After the stream, I'm going to have to look this up.
Yeah, man.
Is that the one in the preview?
Huh?
What?
Is that the one where in the preview is like, you gotta use your white people voice, man?
Yes, that's it. It's like you gotta use a white person voice. You can't use a black person voice, you gotta use a white person voice. What's a white person voice? Hello, sir. It is fucking hilarious.
Dave Chappelle
Like,
has a good white person voice.
People were saying, like, there were people saying, like, oh, this movie is racist towards white people. Like, I was fucking laughing my ass off. This shit is fucking hilarious.
I mean, where were they in the original Blazing Saddles? Everybody who uses racial slurs is like portrayed to be a complete moron. That's why I think it worked. Everybody who says said anything racist was like always portrayed to be a complete idiot. Think about that. It's actually something my dad told me he noted when he was watching that for the first time. Sorry, I'm putting lotion on my hands because they're like burnt.
Does your dad like Blazing Saddles?
Oh, my dad is a big Mel Brooks fan. And he loves his work. Like, we were watching that gag of Spaceballs. Do you want something that's something really interesting? I think Spaceballs was the last thing they aired on the Hub before they changed to Discovery Kids Network. I'm not even kidding.
You mean Discovery Family? You mean
Discovery Family? Yeah, before they went to the Hub, I think the last thing they showed was Spaceballs. Spaceballs on the Hub.
Sure, why not?
Spaceballs on the.
They went out. They went out in a freaking. No.
It's kind of like when HBO, when it was like in public cable before it went like digital or something like that. The last thing they showed in the public eye was Star Wars Episode 4, and like so they like had to go out with something good. But like they went, but like yeah, Spaceballs. They went. Yeah, I can imagine that. It's like coming up next, Littlest Pet Shop, Monster Jam, Spaceballs. Every child watching this, like, very they wouldn't be so much addicted to it, but they, more or less they'd be very confused and bored, most likely.
I actually didn't notice this in Spaceballs, but when they go to try to hit the big cancel button during the countdown, after it's he sees the text as out of order, you'll actually hear Rick Moranis drop an F-bomb.
Really?
I actually never noticed. Yeah, he goes, fuck,
I never noticed
the
that
feature
one.
works. What's that?
I never noticed that until recently.
Yeah, like if you actually listen to him carefully, he says, fuck, not even anything in the future works.
He's not entirely wrong there either.
Oh.
Although we're still waiting on instant cassettes. That and there's one thing I noticed too. Mel Brooks doesn't have a single sequel in his entire filmography.
Did he not?
Even though he teased with the History of the World Part 1.
Yeah, like I would have been
hilarious.
Like I know people would have loved to see Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money, or The Schwartz Awakens, as he once called it. But I do have to imagine, like, what would History of the World Part 2 would have been like with all the things that's been going on throughout our lifetime. How would that have turned out?
The only way it would be good is if it was like made by a community on the internet or something like that. Would that work?
Like, he'd have to bring up 9/11. That's a definite.
Yeah.
The war in Iraq. I'm not getting political. I'm just talking about instances in our lifetime's history that would be brought up in this movie.
I'm trying to think of a subtle way that won't offend anybody if he brought these up.
What now?
Evan, the whole point of comedy is to be offensive.
I know.
Very true.
Yeah.
I know.
If you're not being offensive in some way, you're not doing it right.
I know. I just wish other people on this planet knew that too.
I know. Come on, all you guys might.
And he's muted.
That was the point. I was being censored by Twitch.
That was good. Bravo. That was a good one. But yeah, so I definitely love my new baby.
You wanna know what you just reminded me of that I just realized upon you showing me that autograph? Like,
what's that?
I know this is probably because of the virus and everything. I have not gotten my autographed Ozzy Osbourne album yet.
I actually contacted them about that because I haven't either.
Okay, like I said, I'm giving the benefit of the doubt. It's probably because of the virus or something like that. But like, what did they say to you?
I haven't heard back yet.
Fuck.
I am going to send them another email going, "Hey, what's going on?" However, I did order another autograph because it was on clearance.
Okay, Cruiser, hold on. The time code right now is 1 hour and 18 minutes. Okay. I'm gonna write this down. I'm gonna write this down for you. So that way you can remember, if you contact them, you can send a time code of this stream when it goes on YouTube as proof that another person who ordered this thing on February didn't get it yet. Like I said, it's probably because of the virus situation, but like, you know what I'm saying? You got like some evidence there.
Put it up on YouTube, dude, so I can send them the link.
Well, I am. I put it on every Wednesday. A.N.T.S comes online YouTube every Wednesday.
But yeah, we haven't gotten that yet. So, but like Evan said, maybe the virus. We'll see.
At least you guys have a plausible excuse. When I ordered my lightsaber in January, it almost didn't come until March. They had no reason.
God, I remember.
Oh, we're swamped.
I remember when it was after I graduated and I got Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask on the N64, and I try and play it, but it won't play because I needed that thing that you put in the battery pack that upgrades the graphics. So I order one on eBay. In June. It doesn't come to me until August. Worst summer ever. I could have been playing Majora's Mask, but no, I couldn't because it was right there, and I had to wait for this thing to come from Canada.
But anyway, there is another autograph that I did order, even though I already have this person's autograph. However, signed vinyls seem to be worth some money. And it's actually a signed vinyl from Kevin Smith. Apparently, they have a store called The Secret Stash, very appropriately titled.
Yeah, it's his comic shop. It's like right across from the Quick Stop, I believe, or like around the corner.
Yeah, and he had signed vinyls on clearance.
Really?
Yeah, but like with shipping, it's like $25.
Oh wait, Juan, have you been to The Secret Stash before?
No.
Oh, you gotta go, man! You're right next to Jersey. Oh wait, you can't. Oh, okay. Can you?
Let me just go right now. Hold on. Well, I went and guess what? Everything's closed.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. I wish it's like my dad was watching the pre-recorded series finale of The Big Bang Theory during dinner, right? and it was recorded 2 years ago, and we see all these advertisements. I'm like, there's going to be one point where, at this rate, I feel like there's going to be one point where I'm going to look at my future-born son saying, see that? We used to go outside. Because at this point, all of our school lectures are going to be done on the computer where kids are saying they're learning, but no, they're on the internet. Believe me, I did it if I had my laptop at college. And of course, our food is going to be delivered via robots, and then when you want entertainment, like, friggin', you're going to get, like, I don't know, no, like, it's going to be like these big eyeglasses that you put over your eyes, and it's going to be, like, right there in front of you. So that way you can just game anywhere you want. I'm playing Centipede right now! Do the rest of the stream with this on. There you go, first-person ants. Imagine if I did like an entire. Imagine if I did like the entire stream. Imagine if I did like the entire stream of Ants. It's just from Evan's perspective, the entire time. When you play the intro, it's just me looking at the intro screen. It's like
funny story about Kevin Smith's store.
Yeah.
Ralph Macchio actually went in there one day.
Really?
Looking for this Karate Kid action figure.
Yeah.
Of course he would.
And they were trying to get him, the whole time the staff of the store were trying to get him to say wax on, wax off. They could not get him to do it.
Oh my god. So he left literally without saying it? They couldn't even ask him or something like that? They were just fucking with him or something?
They were trying to get him to say it without, like, directly going, dude, say the thing.
Ralph Macchio's appropriate response would be, cool, what thing? Like, what did they do? What did they do? What did they do specifically?
I can't remember it. If you can find the show, it's called Comic Book Man.
Oh yeah, I know who Comic Book Man is. They were actually in the Jay and Silent Bob reboot movie at one point.
Yeah.
I like how Chris Jericho was in there.
They went.
Yeah, as the Klansman.
We're gonna get some hater tots, guys, right? I was like, dude, only Chris Jericho can pull that off.
I was like, I was telling Cruiser earlier. I was telling Cruiser earlier that we were watching that scene, and my stepmom, who's not even a fan of this movie, she's clearly not having fun, is like, what was the point of that scene? And I look at her, I'm like, I have no idea. I really don't know why that was in there.
Dude, it was hilarious.
It was hilarious, but it was just unnecessary. It's like
because the build up to the scene was perfect, where the guy's like, "Hey, then I tried to make hater tots, for little girls, but I attracted the wrong crowds, white nationalists." And then later in the movie, they just get.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. It still
hater tots, guys.
It comes out of nowhere, but yeah, I didn't remember. I completely forgot about that.
And not to mention, Chris Jericho's Canadian too, so I'm thinking like a Canadian Klansman.
Well, technically,
it sounds like a sitcom.
New York.
It sounds like a Saturday Night Live sketch, like Canadian Klansman.
Technically, he's from New York, so technically he's a New Yorker.
Was he born and raised in Canada?
He was raised in Canada, born in New York, because his dad was playing for the Rangers when he was born.
No shit.
Yeah.
Born in New York.
Let me find out. I have one hand because my hand's wrapped around my guitar, so I'll drop it. He was born Manhasset, New York.
Okay.
Manhasset.
Yeah, I would have thought somewhere near the Buffalo area because that's right next to Canada.
Canada.
Yes.
Canada.
Hater tots, guys. They're just all cheering.
Oh my god. If I ever...
always be ducking.
Always be ducking. I want to find me I wonder if you can get like a Hater Tots like T-shirt out there or something like that. I am going to get Google
that. Would go well with Hater Tots?
Oh, dude, no, the Hot Topic shirt. What was it? Snoochies, Boochies, and Equality.
I would totally own that shirt.
And two people who are actually in the movie that I can't believe they got back, even though their role was so minuscule, were the kids who asked Jay for a nickel bag of weed in Strike Back.
Oh yeah, those guys! And how at the end credits they come up with the kid that he beats up at the end. Remember?
Yeah. I'm like, they got those kids back. At that point, I want.
Oh my god! There actually is a Hater Tots hoodie.
But I just want to after seeing that and looking at Jeff Anderson or Randall, I will look at him and go, bitch, quit being a pussy. My God.
I like I was dying from start to finish that movie, especially when they went right to the chicken store and you see cock smoker on the thing.
Wait, the chicken store? Are you talking about movies?
Yeah, no, right in the beginning where they were growing the weed out of the chicken store and it said the cock smoker.
Oh yeah,
and he goes, drop the plans, and then Jay just drops his pants.
And there's nothing there, man. He does have a dick. He's just tucking it in. I remember the part where they were like, "Who would want to watch this reboot crap anyway?" They always look at the camera.
Yeah, they repeat that chainsaw. Okay, my dad saw Clerks 2 in theaters, and the whole thing with him not having a dick is like that scene in Clerks 2 where they go outside and Jay's just randomly, you know what I'm talking about, that scene. I remember my dad saw that scene in Clerks 2. The entire audience burst out in laughter for a solid minute when that happened.
And to think, years later, they would see the real thing and Zack and Miri make a porno.
Oh, you get to see Jay's dick?
Yes.
Oh my God, yes. Wait, Jay the character or Jason Mewes?
Jason Mewes.
What did it look like?
You actually get to see, it looks like a penis.
Yeah, but it was really small. Yeah, give me details. Was it really small or really huge?
Gee, what you'd like to know?
What did it look like? It looked like Kylo Ren's lightsaber. It had two other ones coming out of the sides.
He's an echidna. That's a smart joke.
Okay, Evan, I'll tell you. It looked bigger than yours.
Oh, you know that, Cruiser.
I get that one right
Don't
there.
ask.
Have you seen his dick before?
I'm not saying it on camera.
Twiley 360, there you are. How are you doing? Why didn't you come?
I'm not
waiting for you.
saying on camera, dude. But this is what was actually funny about the scene. Now I'm not really going to go into details about how about the story here, but basically Zach is kind of banging on Mary's door. It's like, Mary, come on out here, because they're in a house. And then out through the hallway just walks Jay, dick flapping in the breeze. And then so he goes over the refrigerator, opens it, and just drinking milk from the jug. And I actually attended a panel of Jason Mewes, and he had this brilliant idea that he was going to drop the cat, bend down so that his nutsack is right there to all the cameramen. And so he does it, he drops the cat, yam sack as he calls it, dangling there for the camera. And what does Kevin do? He goes, more lights, more lights, more lights. It backfired on him.
Oh my God, you're gonna kill me. We're talking about. Sorry, I'm addressing the comment here. What's going on? It's okay there. We're basically talking about, me and Cruiser saw the Jay and Silent Bob reboot movie, and we're talking Kevin Smith movies right now.
I saw it too.
I'm explaining to Twilight 360 in the chat over there what's going on.
Yeah, so if you do want to see Jason Mewes' penis, just watch Zack and Miri make a porno.
Oh my God.
But speaking of genitals, let's move on to Kevin Smith then. No, he doesn't show his dick. I was listening to.
I'm convinced Kevin Smith doesn't even have one.
Well, he does now. He lost all that weight.
Twilight 360 says they've never seen a Kevin Smith movie.
Oh,
shame.
How?
Get the blunt, breathe it in, watch some Kevin Smith, man. Clerks, good place to start with the Kevin Smith universe. What does he call his universe?
Oh, you know what movie you should really start out with?
What's that?
For Kevin Smith?
What?
Okay, Twiley, this movie you should start out if you want to become a Kevin Smith fan. Tusk.
Oh God!
No,
really?
No, man, come on. Absolutely.
Technically, like Jay and Silent Bob, Clerks, all that was under the View Askew.
They actually made fun of that in the reboot movie.
Yeah, Tusk, however, was made under the Smodco banner.
What was the name of the Kevin
It
Smith?
was. It's still a Kevin Smith film.
But however, I will say, leave the Jay and Silent Bob stuff for the very last. And the reason why I say it is not because it sucks, because they're funny movies, but because the whole reason why Jay and Silent Bob got their own movie is because people would tell Kevin Smith, "Hey, when are you gonna make a movie about Jay and Silent Bob? They're the two best people in the movie." And Kevin goes, "Really? The stoner jokes?"
Okay, so Kevin Smith's cinematic universe is called the View Askew-niverse.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, I'm sorry. I must have missed you when you said it. Sorry.
But what I was saying before about Kevin Smith's penis, I was listening to the Get Old podcast, and he was talking about when he was doing one of his evenings with Kevin Smith tapings. That was actually when the heart attack was happening, and he finishes it. He goes, "Hey man, I'm feeling some kind of chest pain here," and that's when the heart attack happened. They quickly rushed him to the hospital, and some guy nurse comes in with a razor, and he goes, "Dude, what are you doing with that? Like, we have to shave you." And it's like, and Kevin Smith has body shape issues, so he did not want to show his junk to everybody. So he goes, like, "Well, can't I just like move my shorts over here and you give me a little landing strip? Like, can you do that?" And the doctor walks in and goes, "Man, fuck this," and just rips his drawers off like it's a 70s porno. And Kevin Smith is frozen solid, like, "I'm yours."
Wait, it's funny because Kevin Smith, that's actually his signature on a headshot of him doing this.
Like,
that's why he did it. He just wanted Kevin Smith to make that pose. My God. What...
And if you actually see the cover of that particular tape, Kevin Smith is actually doing this in the photo to make it more appropriate, because that's when he had the heart attack.
Oh my God. The way you worded in the beginning when he was like saying my chest kind of hurts, I thought you were saying like, wait, he had the heart attack on a podcast or something? But no, I just got it.
Well, he was telling the story
I see.
on the podcast.
Red State is part of this universe.
Podcast back.
Fucking Red State is part of that universe. Moose Jaws. The fuck is Moose Jaws? I'm looking up Kevin Smith.
Supposedly, it's supposed to be the third movie in the Tusk trilogy, I guess you could say. It's not so much a trilogy, but rather kind of like the people who made Shaun of the Dead. Those three movies that he made for that particular line were all connected in some way, even though they're not technically sequels. With Tusk is somehow connected to Yoga Hosers, and that was supposed to connect to Moose Jaw.
There was a James...
And Moose Jaw was supposed to star Harley Morenstein from Epic Mealtime.
Really? Oh yeah, Kevin Smith used to put him in his movies all the time. There was a Jay and Silent Bob animated movie.
Yeah, there was. I never saw it, but you and I both saw the cartoon series.
Oh, you and me need to track down a copy of that and just watch it together.
Oh, you can get a signed copy off his secret stash.
I can imagine we would be good, yeah. God, I'm looking up all this other stuff he's got on here.
And believe it or not, there actually was at one point a Clerks TV series. However, according to Randall, he said it was horrible. It looked like Saved by the Bell.
Wait, the cartoon series?
No, the Clerks series. There was at one point
the live action. There was a live action series. My dad was watching it one day. And he's like, there was a Clerks live series, and I'm like, wow, was it good? He's like, no, it was not. Let me see if it's on.
Like, if it was any good, it would have been released. Okay.
Hold on a second. Let me look this up. I think it's on YouTube actually. Clerks. Let me see there. It was yeah, it's on there. The pilot's on there. It looks like something from All That. I'm looking at the thumbnail. It looks like something like on an All That set. Is that supposed to be Dante? Why is he wearing pink?
Okay, I have to see this for myself now.
We gotta wait. No, I can put it in the A.N.T.S chat. I'll put a link to it in the A.N.T.S chat. Just look at the thumbnail and you're gonna go like, oh my God, it looks like something like something. Like, don't watch it. Just look at it at the thumbnail. I'm gonna put it in the A.N.T.S chat. You guys hearing me? Okay. I'm gonna go to the ants chat. Hands in the air, hands in the air. I'm good. Going to press the play button. I mean the paste button. Okay, whoop, okay, we lost silent. I didn't even post it yet. Okay,
wrong button.
Here we go. It's in the ants chat button. Look at this. It looks like an All That sketch. It looks like an All That.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, why?
Everybody's got a flop in their filmography somewhere, but
Twilight X360 says, "What the hell is that thumbnail?" Oh my god, it's funny because, like, you know that scene in Clerks where they go into the funeral? Supposedly, I don't know if it was in an actual episode, but there's an animated telling about what actually happened in the funeral home.
Really?
Yeah, there is. I can look it up for you if you want. It's like a 10-minute sketch of them. Let me see if I can look it up for you.
Somebody said in the YouTube comments, this is like a bad porn parody of Clerks without the porn.
Funeral scene. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, here it is. The lost scene. It's like an animated. I don't know if this was part of an episode, but like it's like 10 minutes long. I'm gonna give you the 10-minute version just in case there's like details that are being locked, and it's done in the Clerks animated. I didn't even believe it or not. I actually have my dad gave me a Jay and Silent Bob action figure that's on my shelf right now. That's from the animated series.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I'll show it to you guys in a moment. Like how this whole thing erupted into us talking about Kevin Smith. Why not? It looks like I'm kind of turning into Kevin Smith right now.
About the Shave Safe Studios podcast coming out. That was also a lie.
I mean, look at this. I'm kind of turning into Kevin Smith. I got his beard almost, but...
And I did say you look like a director now. And see if I can find it. I remember Triumph the Insult Comic Dog. He did this. He was at the opening ceremony at like San Diego Comic-Con. And I don't remember how long ago this was, but I'll never forget. He's like naming off the different fandoms and fan base. He goes, Bronies, Trekkies, Ringies, Kevin Smithy.
Okay, so I got them right here. My dad has the other set. I think it has a Silent Bob with the Comic-Con shirt, but yeah, I got Jay right here.
Snooch to the nooch.
And Silent Bob, who's infamous for the famous quote of
nothing.
Oh my god, I like the one episode where they the kids they do like an ending like sketch where these kids are at home on a rainy day, and the one kid's like,
God,
it's raining. It's raining. What do we do? And then Jay and Silent Bob he's like, hey kids, we got an activity for you. And like, oh my god, it's Jay and Silly Bob. That's Silent Bob.
And I'm NBA great Charles Barkley.
Oh yeah, I thought we told you to get out of here.
Yeah, like, why Charles Barkley?
And so I forget what this experiment was. But he's like, okay, watch what happens when we're gonna teach you a little magic trick. I'm gonna put this ball in the thing, and I'm gonna put the and I'm gonna put this cloth over it, and then you say the magic words. I forgot what it was. It was like Snoochie Moochies, and we sacrifice this little soul to our Lord the Savior of the underworld above, and then like vanishes into thin air and flames. He's like, and voila, it's gone. And the kid's like, wow, I'm interested. I'm scared.
And the two little kids, one boy, one girl. The girl looks at the little boy and goes, "Now take off your shirt."
Yeah, because in the beginning they said, "Hey, let's before they came in, they're like, hey, let's make a movie. Quick, take off your shirt." It's so bad. It's so bad.
Yeah. So for and I told this to Evan before we went live. So I'll say it again for all of you, and also for Juwan Jablonski here. I was looking at the reviews for Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, and there was one person on Amazon who gave it a bad review, saying this movie thinks it's so smart and clever. And I just want to reply to that guy. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me that you think that Kevin Smith thinks he's clever? It's like, look, Kevin Smith has enough shit in his filmography, okay? He knows he's not close.
Yeah, I saw Cop Out. And I never want to see it again.
I really don't want to see Yoga Hosers.
Wait. I just realized something. I just realized something, okay? I just realized something just now. So,
okay.
You look at the Mallrat cameo in Captain Marvel. So Kevin Smith is technically part of the cinematic universe, but at the same time he created Jay and Silent Bob. But Kevin Smith is also in Jay and Silent Bob's View Askew universe. So does that mean the View Askew universe is also technically the same thing as within the Marvel universe? Like, think about this. Think about this. What if Jay and Silent Bob were actually real people, and like Kevin Smith was making all this based on those two real people, like the real Jay and Silent Bob, and Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and the reboot is just the real Jay and Silent Bob?
I can tell you this much, actually. Jay and Silent Bob have had a few cameos in some superhero TV show.
I can imagine they have. I mean, I remember when...
I mean, like, the actual characters, not just the actors, okay?
Oh
so
God.
You could make the argument that maybe they're in the DC universe as well.
Oh my God. So the reason the Marvel universe and the DC universe is connected because of Jay and Silent Bob.
What? Now what?
So, Cruiser, explain it again. Wait. Let me just...
What you just said of it.
What?
What did you just say?
Jay and Silent... The reason... So, in a technical way, the DC universe and the Marvel universe are technically in the same universe, all because of Jay and Silent Bob.
All of a sudden you hear knocking at the door. Knock, knock, knock. Oh, boy!
Well, yeah, Disney already owns Clerks. They've owned Clerks for a long time.
No, they sold Disney sold Miramax a long time ago.
Yeah, but they still own the movie.
And that's where the joke died.
Yeah. What's that spot over there? That's where the joke died.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thank you, Jablonski. Like,
I know I've mentioned it on the show before, but I did get to actually meet Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes when they did the Get Old podcast down in my neck of the woods. Definitely was a lot of fun. They actually did a small script reading from Reboot, and that scene you saw in the movie where they're trying to figure out what The Force Awakens was. Was it a reboot?
Oh, yeah.
Was it a remake? Was it a sequel? That scene originally went on longer. And, like, I remember one of the movies they brought up, because they had this list of examples, was Ghostbusters. And, like, wait, what's Ghostbusters 2016? Dude, nobody knows what that movie was.
How long did it take for that movie to age? Like 1 year.
And I'll never forget, too, like, I actually saw Jay and Silent Bob, or Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes, just, hanging out down the street, and that's when I got to meet them. My sister Megan really wanted their autograph, and so I had them sign my copy of Clerks 2 for her.
Nice.
And Jason Mewes wrote, like, Snoochie Boochies, Meganucci's, because her name is Megan.
Nice. Like, I had a... Sorry, go on.
But the one thing that Kevin Smith always brings up in the Get Old podcast is just what a good father Jason Mewes is, because he does everything for his daughter, and especially with staying sober. And he goes like, dude, I just realized why you're such a good father. Snoochie Boochies, Meganucci's, that's baby talk! You've been talking like a kid your entire career.
Oh my God, Justin! One day, you and me just gotta sit down one day and just watch every single Jay and Silent Bob movie we can. Then, I will get you as many drinks as possible, just sitting there, just watching this.
Evan wants to get me drunk for.
Evan wants to get everybody drunk for some reason.
I want to get the world drunk so that way it'll feel better.
Look, if you want a drink that I'll actually enjoy, it's got to be a cocktail.
Oh. I was just about to make this dick joke, and then he goes cocktail.
So you want a white
worked out
Russian?
perfectly.
Oh my god. Have you ever had you've never had any alcohol in your life, haven't you?
No, I've had alcohol.
Really? What was didn't your sister
we get that point of the show where we repeat conversations.
Let's see. I've had what's called a pineapple upside down cake. I've had what's called a redheaded slut. Take that for what it's worth.
Somebody was very angry at their ex.
I had a Tootsie Roll. It tastes exactly like the candy.
Juan, was that the name of the drink you had? Somebody was angry at their ex.
No, the redheaded slut. But now I'm on a quest to make a drink that says someone was angry at their ex. Try this, man. What is this? Someone was angry at their ex.
And I've had a Long Island iced tea. Dear God.
Oh dear, I've had a Long Island iced tea once, and I'm like, I can't do it. Only maybe some other time when I'm too bored.
Peach schnapps, like those are fine. Like, so I enjoyed those fruit-ish drinks.
Yeah, so do I.
But that's about it. I have no real desire to drink. I just.
If you want a recommendation, and I just had this like a couple weeks ago, get raspberry vodka juice for a really good screwdriver.
But no, like in reality, like if you choose not to drink, that's fine. I'm just punking you, honestly. But like, it's your choice.
And you got that fancy man right there drinking his fucking wine.
Well, yeah.
He probably thinks we're a miserable pile of secrets.
Yeah, wine. That's another drink that I never. Well, I don't get alcohol in general, but whenever I hear people talk about wine beverages, they always talk as if there is some kind of, how should I say this, distinct flavor and taste to them. I can't tell shit. It's like it tastes like shit.
Well, some are dry.
It's the fermentation that hits you first.
Yeah,
you get with the fermentation taste. That's usually what turns me off about wine.
Have you ever been to a wine tasting?
Not really. I've been to like.
Okay.
Having some fun there, Silent?
No, just Magic outfielders and whatnot.
Oh my god.
I'm playing MLB The Show 19, and this dude literally slid into the luckiest catch in the world. There's no sports. This is my sports right now.
Oh, I can understand that, man.
I'm gonna try to wrap up Uncharted 3 tonight before 4 drops this week.
Wait, were you gonna say Cruiser? Then I got a comment on that.
You should try that baseball game for the Virtual Boy.
I don't want to.
I own it.
You do?
I own the game and the system.
Oh yeah, isn't that the one where you feel like you're in the crowd of a baseball stadium?
Yeah, they definitely did the best they could with the Virtual Boy and its games.
I think that's the best way to sum up the Virtual Boy in your experience. They tried the best they could.
Review the Virtual Boy by Cruiser. They tried, and then the clip cuts.
Well,
they tried. Clip cuts.
One person who worked at Nintendo said, if you look at it as just a toy, it was successful. The problem is that they weren't trying to. This wasn't trying to be a toy. It was trying to be a brand new system. And one of the things that actually kind of ruined it for people wasn't necessarily the color or the headstand. It was the fact that onlookers couldn't see what you were doing. Like with the PlayStation VR, it's actually on. It's still on your TV.
Yeah.
So your friends around you could see what you're seeing. The Virtual Boy, no one can see shit.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's actually a good observation. According to Twilight 360, they have a Virtual Boy. Do you own that baseball game?
Do I own the baseball?
No, I'm asking Twilight in the comments.
Shit.
Now to comment on what Jablonski said. He said that he's gonna wrap up Uncharted 3 before 4 drops, but I misheard him and I thought he said before porn drops.
So did I.
Okay.
I thought I was the only one that heard it.
I
was about to get really interested. I was about to say, go on.
Yeah.
Uncharted.
Yeah, that's gonna be the new one. Twilight, answer this question before porn drops.
As Juan already knows, and I would hope Cruiser would know, is that For
Which ones?
PlayStation Plus's free games for April is going to be Uncharted 4 and Dirt Rally 2.0.
Which one was like Uncharted 4 though? Because I know there was like something Legacy that came out with that involved the kids.
That was 1 through 3.
So I'm trying to think.
It was Uncharted, Among Thieves, and Drake's Deception.
Okay, I need to...
Which one was the one with the Crash Bandicoot Easter egg?
I don't know.
I think that was the second one.
Uncharted 4 is a Thief's End, so...
Oh my god.
I think that's the
okay,
one where...
Yeah.
Is that the one where you kind of like wine and dine the chick and then they played like Crash Bandicoot 1 or something like that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Wasn't
I think that was Uncharted Thieves' End.
I haven't seen anything about it, so...
I have played this game. It's great. And my copy is even signed.
Oh yeah, the guy who played what's his face in the game? Nathan Drake.
Nathan Drake and his brother were there.
Oh my god.
And
Yeah, that was Uncharted 4 with the Crash Bandicoot Easter egg.
God, I just realized we spent this whole stream without talking about the recent Nintendo Direct Mini.
Oh.
You know what? I haven't seen it. I really don't have much of an interest in Nintendo Directs unless a game I'm interested in. So you guys talk amongst yourselves.
But I'll just ballpark it by saying it was a good direct. We got Borderlands coming, we got BioShock coming, we got Star Wars Episode 1 Racer coming. We got a lot coming and pretty good.
Prepare for that emotional scarring, Evan.
What?
It's gonna fuck you up with BioShock.
I've never played BioShock or Borderlands.
BioShock's a good game series.
It is.
I have all of them on Xbox. Rest in peace to my Xbox.
Oh yeah, the old Xbox.
Sitting over here unplugged.
God, I can't wait to try that out for the first time there.
But didn't you say you wanted to try the Resident Evil games finally, though?
Depends on when they came out. Like, I was gonna try out Resident Evil 4, but I kind of have lost interest.
No,
So
bitch.
you got a PlayStation, you could have did RE7.
Bitch, you're gonna play those games.
Oh no, I didn't have any interest in RE7, honestly. Like, I understand, I liked the concept of it and everything like that, but just the first person aspect as well as how sensitive the VR was, I'm like, no, I can't.
Dude, you forced me to play Undertale.
And you forced you to play his map on Mario Maker.
I didn't force you to play Undertale. I asked you to play Undertale, and you said okay because you were interested in it.
You owe them.
And you forced me to play his Desert Bus map on Mario Maker.
No, he forced you to play the Desert Bus map.
No, you forced me to play. You sent me the link.
He did. I didn't even like that map. It was like fucking... And Cruiser knows I didn't.
You sent me the link with an "I'm sorry" attached to it.
Because he told me to do it. I was there when he said it, when he made it. Okay,
so you
Cruiser,
plus one thing.
Cruiser, you're gonna admit that right now. You were in the room with me when I sent that again. You told me to say that to him.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Don't even give me that scowl-ass smile there. You know you did. Don't you fucking go Mr. Toad on me. Come on.
Is that level still up there?
I don't fucking know. It probably is, yeah. You should have seen my sister's boyfriend like trying to beat it. It was so funny. He's like, "What was the point?
What's the point of
That was exactly his reaction. He's like, "What was the point of this level?"
And lo and behold, it was to literally make the Desert Bus equivalent of Mario Maker. And I'll never forget that. Evan, he wanted me so badly to make a map for Mario Maker because I was so dead against it. And then I make the most boring one, and I was like, okay, this like really backfired on me.
It's funny because actually that same day someone actually made a Desert Bus level. Hell, someone made a Desert Bus Mario 64 simulator. Where it's just Mario running down a highway.
So you
someone technically did that for Aqua Teen Hunger Force too.
What?
There was actually when the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie was coming out, they someone I think it may have been the actual studio made a computer game. It was called Go Right.
Go what? What was it called?
I think it was just called Go Right. because it was literally like because it's like a
I am looking this up.
platformer. It was like a 2D platformer, and it would just go. It's it's Meatwad and Shake going right for a long time, and occasionally Meatwad keep going.
Go right, you said?
We're almost there. Yeah. And by the time you actually got to the end, you would see a clip of the Aqua Teens movie.
But what was it like in bad quality and everything? Kind of like
I don't know. I never played it.
Do you remember the April Fool's prank where they aired the entire movie before it got into theater, but it's like a very small pixelated box in the corner?
Yeah, it's like that big in the corner of your screen.
You couldn't make out anything that was going on.
And I remember like, what? We're showing the movie. It's right there.
Someone ported the game to Game Boy?
The Aqua Teens game?
Yeah, someone ported to Game. Was it a Game Boy like game?
No, it actually had color.
Oh, it's just a Flash game.
That's how it was when it came on the internet.
I found one that was kind of shitty, but there's only 2 results. One that's called Go Right, that's like a music video, and there's only one that says it was ported to Game Boy. I gotta see this. So yeah, there's a Game Boy ROM of it online, I think.
But don't change the subject, Evan. You best be getting on them RE2 remakes.
I don't have the.
Getting on that RE2.
Is it on the Switch?
RE2?
Yes.
I don't know. Is it?
Is it?
Yes.
They put the remake on the Switch?
Oh, the remakes. I thought you said
RE2 remake.
You told me though you want to try Resident Evil 0 and 1.
I did, but I lost interest, honestly. Like
bullshit. You're gonna play.
Fine, you pay for it.
I just may. When's your birthday?
January 19th.
January.
Oh yeah, thank you, Juan, for proving to be a very good friend. Cruiser doesn't know what my.
I thought that was a soundboard at first.
That's my kitty. Oh.
Skeeter the sound. That's his key. Yes, that joke has been done.
I was about to say, finally, Evan has an adorable sounding soundboard. No, I like Cruiser's cat.
Skeeter the soundboard kitty.
Yes, for some reason she was named after a cum.
Mine's sleeping on the couch.
I don't have a cat.
Yeah, you think for a cat named Skeeter, she would probably be blue, maybe. But
so when your cat lays on your lap, do you say there's a Skeeter, I'm Peter, whack it off?
Wait a second. You know who John Valby is?
My mom taught me that one.
Twilight X360 answered my questions of which virtual games I have them. They said it was Mario Tennis, Galactic Pinball, and Telro Boxer, which I think has one of the best death animations I've ever seen.
I do want to see if I can try to complete the collection. Turns out there's actually a survival horror game on the Virtual Boy.
Yeah, there was that. GoldenEye was supposed to be on the Virtual Boy at one point.
And I do know that Red Alarm, that weird flying game, was actually supposed to be a Star Fox. So, stick that in your pipe and don't tell you that to Kevin Smith. He probably actually do.
I don't know. Does Kevin Smith still do weed, or is he sober?
Of course.
Of course.
Oh, I thought
it's Jay. It was Jay who hasn't touched it in years.
Okay, my dad told me one movie he wants to see Kevin Smith make is a adaptation of an essay he wrote called Me and My Shadow, which is basically his life with Jason Mewes when he was doing drugs and like drinking and everything. Like, I don't remember much details, but I hear it's a good adaptation. You know what's a better adaptation?
The Final Five.
Final Five.
Guys cannot just let me have one thing to finish my. All right, it's the final five where it's the final 5 minutes of things and we give the final 5 moments there. Juan, I forgot to ask, how's your relationship with After Effects coming along?
Huh?
You heard what I said?
What'd you say? You cut out.
How is your relationship with After Effects coming along there?
Oh, it's getting good since last week. You saw.
Yeah, the lightsaber was really good. I can't wait to see where it goes. So since you got the good stuff there, so I'm going to begin with you, Juan, and begin.
John's trying to force me into making a TikTok. I told him no. But we do have another skit idea coming out. And I'm going to leave you guys with a question. How come the Kingdom Hearts 2 collection isn't, or how come the entire Kingdom Hearts collection isn't on the Switch yet?
Right.
That's your question, right there.
I want to ask that question.
Give me my 1 through like Birth by Sleep 2, 3, 5, 8, and all that on the Switch. I want that right now.
Yeah, man, I would totally do it there. But like, yeah, I'm agreeing. I'm with Juan. Like, I don't have. I'm like, when I heard that TikTok was out there, I'm like, I don't want another fucking.
I was like, I'd rather not. And John was like, come on, dude. And I'm like, I'd rather.
I've got a Twitter.
I would rather like stab myself in my urethra than do that.
I just don't want it because I already got enough social media as is. Like, you know.
It's actually not that bad. I use it more for lurking. I have a couple videos up, but.
All right, Jablonski, you're in. Wait. Oh wait, I'm hitting the wrong button. Sorry. Jablonski, you got the screen. Begin your Final Alpha go.
I got nothing. I've kind of just stonewalled on a lot of my projects, and right now I'm just more taking care of the house, playing games, and just I can to keep myself entertained. Because let's face it, we're all trapped in here. We're all rats in a maze.
We're all trapped, man.
Also, all right, and though also in these grueling times, children, please drink your motherfucking drugs.
Yeah, that was a thing there. Yeah, Jablonski's starting to go crazy.
Oh, you have no idea, boy.
Walls of ears,
I'm expecting him to. I'm expecting him to. If I were to see it, if he were to go on camera right now, I'd expect him to be like that one guy in the one movie where he's like paranoid of germs. He has like the tissue boxes on his feet or something like that. No,
wasn't that episode of Hey Arnold with Sid?
Yeah,
no, Mr. Burns did it too. I forgot what it was a parody of though.
It was a great episode of Hey Arnold.
Oh yeah, that was a
freaking out.
That was a creepy episode, man. He has that trippy dream that's like Twilight Zone themed. Oh my god, we gotta watch Harold again, man. Okay, Cruiser, go. You did the same thing last week and you squandered it.
I am your father. Well, Dracula called and he's coming tonight. Yeah, I'm still waiting on my... I'm still waiting on those damn audio tracks to get finished from Kurtz. I don't know what he's busy with, but come on, man. Like, you're ready to go. Animation's ready to go. Like,
never said that, but Cruiser's having some sort of mini freak out right now because of this.
I'm not freaking out. It's like I hate the fact that my channel is so dead. Like, I want to put a full episode of Buff Rock on. However, I will tell everyone this. I will be having a panel for LooneyCon April 4th with Ronnie Buck and Silverquill called Death of the Author Part 2. The Death, where we kind of go into more detail about whether this is an acceptable form of analogy or interpretations, we'll say. It's sure to be an interesting conversation. Definitely looking forward to it. Go to looneycon.com for more information.
Your time already ran out. Oh my god, I wish I had the time there. I gotta see if I can do that. See if I'm available on April 4th to attend. Alright, I guess it's my turn now. Okay, so I guess with all the time I've had, I've been able to work on Mystery Brony Theater. Things are coming together good. I got a lot of things coming out there. Finished up Bruce's project. I'm going to be having that out this week. Look out for that on the website. He's going to be making a Snorlax this time. Even features a cameo by Todd Habercorn. And...
What's he do?
Huh?
What does he do? Does he just take a bunch of balloons and wrap them around?
No,
bag chair?
No, he made a full-edge costume. Did it with his buddy William the Entertainer. So keep a lookout for that. So, yes, aside from that, that's pretty much it. Just doing stuff, trying to see what I can do more about. So yeah, and catch Cruiser next week at LooneyCon. And for Death of the Author
right
too.
on your computer.
Right on your computer. Mm-hmm. He'll give you more time. He'll post that on his Twitter at Cruiser Brony or Concert Cruiser. Both.
Cruiser Brony is strictly for pony stuff.
Okay. Cruiser Brony. All right, if you give me the time, I could try and see if I can get him on Shade Sites to social media as well. So, yes, I'm also going to be hosting a meetup event for the next Mystery Brony Theater premiere. It's getting closer. I just got to film the live action stuff and complete something else. With that said, I want to wish you guys good night. And I'm going to fade out to one more thing that appeared on the Mystery Brony Theater Facebook and Twitter page. Good evening. Good night, everybody.